You know, when I tell people I was going, or when I told people I was going, or told people that I've been, lots of English people say, "Oh, I've been meaning to do that. Yeah, I've been thinking about that." But no one seems to have done it, and they all seem to have not got over that hurdle of actually getting out there. And I don't know why. I must find out why. Because from the moment uh, I was aware of it, I was also in that position of thinking. When I heard about the conference, I thought that would be good to do, and I'm glad I've done it. Um, and that I would encourage anyone to do it whose body's in good enough shape. And you don't have to prepare too much. There's the confraternity here in London, which give you the guidance and support to answer all the questions you could need. And you need to get yourself a light backpack and minimal amount of suitable clothing. And it's very cheap. There are cheap flights to both, in my case, to Porto and then home from Compostela. And staying in a hostel won't break you. It's about €3 a night, and it's safe. And I met women who walked on their own, so it's not. And I think it's a good thing to do on your own. But of course, you could go in groups, and I, 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 I would be happy to do it again. I think I might even do it a longer one next time. Although I think this was the right length for me this time, and I think it was. I think it was. It was. I don't think I'd have changed anything almost. And so anyone who asked me would they do it, I'd say by all means go and do it and enjoy it and come and tell me about what the experience. It's quite interesting to meet old Camino walkers, and because you can share anecdotes, and there's a certain sense of binding and connecting with other people, as well as connecting with, of course, all the people who've been doing it for 800 years. And you understand the kind of, I don't know whether sanctity is the word, but the respect that people have for the Camino. When I arrived in Santiago, I stayed in a hotel with my friend Chris Cooper, and there was a meal going which seemed to be a free meal for everyone staying in the hotel. In fact, it wasn't a free meal, but for us it was free. It was for a busload of English pilgrims who were visiting religious sites, but they were doing it by bus. And they'd been to meet the Pope at Fatima, and they were going on to other places. Podran, where St. James's body was arrived by boat before it got to Compostela. And when they heard that we had walked it and we were pilgrims, they came over and wanted to touch us and got down on their knees and said, "A real pilgrim." Oh, and they brought me bottles of wine, and I was I'd never experienced such reverence, respect, what's the word? Thrill that I seemed to create in these old women who'd been on the bus trip round. And you realize it's slightly unearned, in the sense that when you're out on the Camino walking, there are thousands of you who are just struggling to get there. But when you're in a different context with a group of people who've been around on a bus, to them you're a hero. But I'd just say, go and do it when you have an idea. The German man who wrote this book, I can't remember the title, but I remember the title, I can't remember his name, but his book was "I'm Off." In a way, that's the way you should do it. You shouldn't think too much about it. You should just go off and do it.